Okay, so now that I got my waterline and lower lash line lined with the Works Black, we'll start with the eyeshadow. Now, I'm a mom of 4 kids, so I usually don't have a lot of time to do stuff. So I'm all about simplicity, just make it work. But the great thing about all of these palettes is there's so many different looks that you can do, and they totally look awesome. So today, for the Space Out palette, for my lid, I am going to use Mars, which is the red one right here. So all I gotta do, get on my little brush and cover my entire eyelid. And like I said, I'm not a professional. I just like to play around, see what works, and go with it. Okay, so I have my lids covered with that Mars. So next, I am going to do pretty much where my crease is, and I'm also going to put the same color on my lower lash line. And for that, I'm going to use Cosmos, which is the purple. I'm kind of obsessed with the color purple. But yeah, so I'm using that color right there. And I just kind of follow the shape. It's a mess right now, but that's what blending and do everything else is for. It just kind of comes together in the end. But see, I'm even getting it like way over there. Okay, now let me get my lower lash line. Get a different brush for that one that's like more flat. It's probably not even made for this, but I'm gonna make it work. So just get a bunch on there because, like I said, we could always clean it up later. Okay, so I got under my eyes done, which again, gonna clean up later. Next, I'm gonna do like a highlight color up on my brow to blend with the Cosmos. And for that, I'm actually going to use the lightest color on that palette, which is the Milky Way. And that is right there. So all I do is get a bunch of my brush and just highlight up here. Like I like to, put it on first and then do tiny circles. Clean off my brush a little bit. And just keep going. Like I said, not a professional, but it works. So, and everybody does have their own style. You can just do whatever works for you. But the best thing is to do the little tiny circles. Okay, so before I move on to like my outer corners, I always like to put a little bit of the highlighter color, um, like right in my inner corner of my eyes. For me, it helps brighten up my eyes. Um, yeah, as I've gotten older, dark circles have plagued me. And 4 kids doesn't help. So honestly, just a little dab. Some people do this, some people put a darker color, but you just got to do what works for you. Okay, now for my outer corner of my eye, I am going to go in with Space Dust, which is the bottom color right here. Um, like I said earlier in the video, there's so many different looks you could use where you could use like all of the colors. So it's just up to you. But I just I know there's probably a better technique, but you know what? It works. So I'm not going to mess with it. But I just do that outer corner with that color. And for some reason, I always like mess up this eye. I don't know how people like can get it so even and beautiful. I guess it just takes more practice, but you know what? Being a mom with 4 kids, like I said earlier, you just do what works. So after getting that base on for that, use my brushy cleany thing and do the tiny circles to blend. You know, try not to get it. Yeah, see, I am a mess. There's a lot of trial and error here. But just to like finish it off, like right where you see my pupil is, I like to put a lighter color just to, give it more dimension and everything. So for that, I am going to go with Venus right there. And I just make a little line. I just like the dimension that it gives it. Like it's not so one color. And of course, because I'm clumsy and I'm just a mess right now, I always go back and I get some concealer and just put it on my finger because, again, not fancy. I just like to dab it on the sides and, hope that I don't smear random colors over my face. But then usually what I do after, I got my little eye colors done, something unique, is I'll just go back with It Works in Black to do a base liner before I go with my magnetic liner. Okay, so I just used my fancy little brush, pulled my eye and just did a light line. After I do that, what I usually do is get my Siren mascara and make sure to get that on my upper and lower lashes. And so that way, whenever I put my magnetic lashes on, it will blend more. So you don't see the brownish color. It helps a lot. So just easy thing of mascara. Of course, I do that weird face sometimes where you're like, it's a good time. And, usually this wouldn't take as long, but talking and stuff through it, honestly, makes it take a bit longer, but that's okay. Open mouth. Okay, so got my mascara on. I let it dry for a little bit, and then we go to our magnetic liner. Okay, so I already put one layer of the magnetic liner on. Just speed this up a bit. But I let it dry, and then I just got my original magnetic liner again. And I have to pull my eye. Like I said, it's not fancy. It's probably not straight. But you know what? We're just going to roll with it. And then, quite honestly, to speed up the dry time as I poked myself in the eye, I went to the dollar store. The dollar store is my jam. And I got myself own little personal fan. I can charge it. But I just stick it on and just close my eyes and let it dry because it's so much faster. And I absolutely love that. Okay, now that it's all dry, I'm gonna put my lashes on. Super easy. I'm gonna put selfie on just because, and I had these on earlier, so again, I do the weird open mouth thing. I just make sure, and I like to pinch it, especially like on the ends, because sometimes I have a little issue with that because I can be an oily mess. But get the second one on. And there we go. It's my space out look. Again, I'm going to go over underneath my eyes a little bit with concealer because I'm paranoid. But super easy. I like how that looks. Again, so many options. You guys could do this.